Hey everyone, welcome back to Ease, the Open Felghana, where last time we got enough money by going through the rest of Elder Mountains. Literally the rest of Elder Mountains. We're at the last save point in the area because there's going to be a boss coming up, most likely once we hear the music change. But I have more than enough money to get the new equipment and max it out, like immediately, because I have enough Bravo at the same time. And it's going to be great because just having plus 12 attack brings me up to like, what, 183? And that's going to feel nice because I was doing so little damage at times. I'm like, man, I want that. But now we get it. Just max them out right away. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now let's get back out of here. That's the base. Whoops. Warp to the actual location I'm gonna go, the Icebound Cave. Because here, once we get through here, we notice that it gets silent. Which means, like I said, a boss is coming up. Guardian of the Icy Deaths, Gildius. A large feathery dragon, which basically just does a bunch of ice attacks. But the easiest way to attack him, aside from like dodging his bite, and in order to attack him, you just use the earth magic and knock him down a peg and then just kind of whack him in the face. You do a ton of damage this way, and this is probably the best way to just kind of get at him. It looks like he can't really do anything, but honestly, I really am kind of happy that I'm just kind of like stun knocking him like this. There we go. Now he's doing something. So when he beats his wings, like you just see that come out. And now I'm gonna avoid that because those do a lot of damage if I get hit by them, and I don't want to get hit by them. Okay, let me get over there. Bam! Knock you on your butt. And then I'm gonna whack you in the face. Do that again if it lets me. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna charge that up as a just in case. Get over there and bam. Makes more sense when one of his legs is up because he's trying to like hit you. Oh, nope, he's in the air, which in order to dodge that, it's kind of funny because you got to jump out of the way. I'm going to avoid that attack because you can get frozen by it, and you can get out of it by like double jumping. But that's pretty much like if you get hit by it and then you're like stuck and then you like try to whack you with his tail and like, eh. All right, getting really close now. Okay, let's dodge all this. Ow. Not exactly how I wanted that to go. I'm going to waste that. I'm going to waste that. Knock you down, please. There we go. I wasted my good attacks, but it's fine. Now he's going to do his big epic thingy where he tries to scoop you up in his mouth. And if he gets, like, if he actually does it, it does a lot of damage. Well, not really. Like, the attack itself doesn't, but when it actually happens... Ow. Okay. Dodge that. Dodge that. Oh, really? Where you at? Oh, there you are. Okay. So yeah, this happens. So you see all these things here. The easiest way to dodge them is by going left and right. They do a ton of damage. But the best way to actually not take the damage is by using your earth magic. I didn't really get a good job on that, but now that I did that, I can just kind of knock him on his butt. Do this and just wreck his face in. There we go. Acquired the light statue.
The four statues began resonating with one another, emitting an unnatural light in the process. As the light faded, the entire cavern grew deathly quiet.
Yeah, it's like there's no music playing. But we're done here, so let's head back to Redmont. Energy pulse within the surrounding earth is unstable, rendering the wing talisman ineffective. All right. So now that everything's unstable, I guess we kind of have to make the trek out of here.
The rocks were packed too tightly to be broken with the Terra bracelet. Adol was trapped.
Hey! Is that you in there, Adol? Are you hurt?
Adol shouted back that he was uninjured.
Glad to hear my little buddy's okay. That quake caused some of the crevice walls to collapse. I managed to pick my way across, though. But now we gotta do something about these rocks. Adol, I'm gonna need you to step back for a second, okay? Here we go! Yeah! That's what I'm screaming! Walls 0, Dogie the Wall Crusher like a million! Who needs doors when they got me? That was a new record too, I think. Never took down solid rock before. Should get me in the history books. So, looks like you found another statue. Is that all of them? Come on, let's head back to the Master's house. Chester, you're here.
Of course. I've been kept well apprised of your actions. Seems you have all 4 statues now. So, as I said before, I think you'd best give them to me.
Chester, there's just one thing I need to know. What are you planning to do with these statues?
A mere knight dares not question the motivations of Count Maguire. Though I cannot entirely plead ignorance, as I've heard some rumblings on the nature of his glorious plan.
That's not what I asked you. I want to know what you plan to do with them.
How long have you known?
I knew from the very beginning. I didn't believe for a second that you felt such contempt toward Elena. That's just not you. And I really couldn't see you serving someone as obviously corrupt as Maguire. Not willingly, anyway. So I figure you've got to have something else up your sleeve.
Your oafish exterior belies your perceptive nature. It always has.
Out with it, Chester. What are you really up to?
Very well. I suppose this is as good a time as any. What I seek is revenge.
Revenge?
You were born in Felghana, so undoubtedly you are familiar with Genos Island. No? I've never told you this before. But that is the land where my sister and I were born.
What? Wait a second. I always heard that Genos Island was wiped out by some kind of plague or something.
Indeed. We speak of the same place. However, it was not plague, but monsters that brought about the island's ruin.
Monsters?
Yes. Monsters, with the appearance of human skeletons clad in armor. They appeared out of nowhere, and simply started massacring all the villagers. Our warriors fought back, of course, but the creatures just wouldn't stay dead. We stood no chance. In the end, Elena and I were the sole survivors of the attack.
But why? Why would monsters suddenly just appear like that?
It was no random occurrence, and therein lies the rub. Maguire was directly responsible for the massacre. He enlisted the services of a dark sorcerer for the task. My people were the descendants of Genos himself. We were charged with guarding the holy artifacts that had locked away the Demon Lord's power to prevent their misuse. I would assume Maguire simply considered us a threat, to his ambitions. And that's how my sister and I were orphaned, and came to live with the mayor of Redmont. It's no surprise that Elena's memories of these events have been suppressed, given their extreme, horrific nature.
Then, you want revenge on...
On Maguire. Yes. He will be destroyed by the very power he so desperately seeks. And he won't be the only one. I intend to see to it that every living creature in Valestine Castle burns in hell. Perhaps then, the wounded, defiled souls of my ancestral people can finally know true justice. At long last, after all these years, their anger and hatred will be appeased. And eliminating the parasitic slime who sits on Valestine's throne will benefit the entirety of Felghana as well. Now then, why don't you hand over the statues, so this can all fall into place?
To be honest, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react to all of this. I can't pretend to know how you feel, but just hear me out on one thing. Let's just say that your plan succeeds, and you do get your revenge. What then? Do you think it'll make Elena happy? Hell, will it really even make you happy? Sure, Maguire might be a horrible man, and he may even deserve what you're planning for him. But imagine how Elena would feel, knowing the depths you'd sunk to in the name of vengeance. Do you think she'd be proud of what you accomplished? If you just step back and think about it, I know you'll find some other, less drastic way to deal with Maguire. If I explained everything to the townsfolk, they'd understand. And I bet they'd do what they could to help too. If everyone banded together, we could drive Maguire out of Felghana for good. Send him into exile. You don't have to disgrace yourself over scum like him. So come on. Please, Chester. You have to put a stop to this. Before it's too late. Come back to town with us. We can all sit down and have a good time. Maybe enjoy one of Elena's home-cooked meals.
Look how far I've come, though. Do you honestly believe I can go back now? After all this? No. There is no turning back for me!
Chester, you stupid son of a bitch.
There is still time to save him. If you want him to live, give me the statues. Now!
Adol gave the statues to Chester.
Excellent. Now, I can use the power of these statues to hurtle all of Valestine Castle into the darkest depths of hell. I hardly need to say it at this point, but you may wish to reconsider trying to stop me. Unless, of course, you want to end up like him.
I can't believe Chester attacked Dogi. This is all my fault, actually. 12 years ago, I served as a Valestine Knight. I was there on Genos Island that day. All the knights were. Our task was to provide backup for Maguire's sorcerer. In other words, we would man the sidelines and terminate any villagers who tried to escape. And we did just that. But then I met the Stoddard children. And despite my sworn oath to Maguire, I couldn't bring myself to harm them. I hid them instead. and snuck them away from the carnage. But I knew I couldn't raise them, so I left them with the mayor and shamefully ran away to this godforsaken shack. I spent my days slowly unraveling McGuire's plans and researching the old tales of Genos and Galbalan. Chester never knew of my knighthood, but he was well aware that I'd saved his life, so he and Dogi would often visit. As such, while secretly investigating McGuire, I also took it upon myself to train the two of them in the art of war. Dogi's departure aside, things continued in this manner until just last year. Around the time monsters started appearing all across Felghana, Chester came to see me in quite a panic. The monsters had brought his memories of Genos Island to the surface, and he had no idea how to cope. I told him everything, every single thing I knew about his past and about my role within it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I suppose I was looking for some manner of catharsis. All it did was exacerbate Chester's desire for revenge. To be perfectly honest, I haven't the slightest idea what Chester intends to do with the statues. But if he's willing to stab an old friend to get them, then I doubt there's much hope of talking him down. If we let him continue unchecked, the damage he inflicts won't be limited to Valestine Castle, but all of Felghana. Adol, I must ask that you go back to town immediately and tell Mayor Edgar everything that's happened. You needn't worry. I'll take care of Dogi. And once he's back on his feet, I intend to pay the castle a visit.
To the town we go. That's not looking good.
Adol, we're in a bad way. We were attacked by soldiers from Valestine, and some of them made it inside. Hurry, you need to save the townspeople.
Oh, Helena, I'm scared. It's okay. I'm here with you. Please, do what you want with me, but let her go. Adol?
Alright, time to get rid of these shambling... Ow. It's time to get rid of these shambling soldiers. They are doing so much damage. Okay, let's do a little bit more swordplay here. Okay, there we go. That's much better. You need to not do that. Stupid shield.
Thanks for saving me, Mr. Adol. You truly are a lifesaver. Thank you, Adol. But why? Why would the Valestine soldiers attack us? Adol, what's wrong? You look even more flustered than we are.
Adol reluctantly told her that her brother had stabbed Dogi in the Elder Mountains.
My God! Why? Why would he ever do that?
Are you two okay?
Sister Nell? Papa and Father Pierre, too!
When we realized you weren't at the church, we panicked. Thank God you're all right.
We wouldn't be if it weren't for Adol. I'm sorry, sister. I know you told us to seek shelter.
Honestly, you'll be the death of us one of these days, Elena.
Now, Sister Nell. She was clearly just trying to find Anya. We can hardly blame her for that. I still can't believe McGuire's grown so brazen, though, as to send his soldiers to attack the town.
I think it may be worse than that, actually. Did you get a good look at them as they attacked? Something about them seemed off. Disturbingly so. None of them spoke a single word. And their movements were like those of wooden dolls, dangling from strings.
Now that you mention it, we're not safe here. We should return to my house to further discuss the matter and propose a course of action. I'd like for you to come as well, Adol. I had no idea Chester was hiding a secret like that all this time. He lived under my roof for 10 years, and never once did I question where he came from or how much he remembered. I feel like such a fool.
Please don't blame yourself, Mayor. Right now, we need to focus on the matter at hand. We need to focus on Valestine Castle. What we know is that Chester is planning to take his revenge through the power contained in those statues. The question is, are those statues in some way responsible for the lifeless, soulless appearance of our attackers?
It seems that way. I think now would be a good time to get in touch with Bishop Nicholas at the castle.
Excuse me.
Sister, what's wrong? You're white as a ghost.
The soldiers haven't returned, have they?
No. It's just that I haven't seen Elena for some time now, and when I asked the children where she went, it seems she's left town again.
What?
Well, that's not good. She must have heard about Chester and gone to Valestine Castle.
Yes, I think that's a safe assumption. It's an awfully rash thing to do, though, even for her.
Dear me. Adol, I'm sorry to ask, but won't you please find Elena and bring her home to us? I can't bear to think of what might happen to her out there.
Without hesitation, Adol agreed.
You'll do it? Thank you, Adol. Thank you so very much.
We're truly in your debt, Adol. I hate that we've been such a burden to you since your arrival here. I can't imagine what you must think of us.
Godspeed on your journey. I will pray for your health and success. Best of luck to you, Adol.
All right, so we have our next task. I said next task at hand, which is to go to Valestine Castle. We are pretty much at the end game now, so we might as well just see what everybody has to say. I feel that Elena may have gone after Chester straight into Valestine Castle. I understand how she feels, I really do, but the castle couldn't be a more dangerous place right now. Adol, please bring her back to us. Well, Bishop Nicholas is okay. We mustn't forget that he too is caught in the thick of this mess. We should pray for his safety. I took my eyes off of Elena for only a single moment, and then look what happened. Please, Adol, please find her. Is anybody actually in this room for once? Nope. Never in that room. So let's see what everybody has to say about our current situation. Ida told me you saved her life. Don't think I could ever thank you enough. So I have no clue why the heck the Count would attack Redmond, though. We're not hurting anyone here. All we want to do is work in the quarry and make some money and tend to our families. You possibly have to gain by attacking us. It's tyranny, plain and simple. Thank you for saving me, Mr. Adol. Thanks for saving me. That's pretty much what I got out of the standard message. It's like in most games. Thank you for saving me. And Elena, too. After she finished talking to you, she sat down and played with that pendant of hers for a while. Then she got up and said she had to go somewhere. It's dangerous outside, so I tried to stop her, but she was way too fast. Is she gonna be okay, Mr. Adol? Well, I gotta go and find her and help her out, so yeah. Most likely. So now, we've been openly attacked. Pray I'm wrong, but I have a sinking feeling Chester somehow caught up in all this. And if so, I honestly have no idea what to expect, especially with Elena being placed in danger. What in the world could that boy be thinking? I was out walking along the bridge when the soldiers first arrived. I saw they were armed and instantly knew something was wrong. Thankfully, Gardner helped me get to safety. I ran as hard and as fast as I could to let Mayor Edgar know what was happening. Not for you and Gardner fighting with all your might, things could have gotten really ugly. Alright, let's see. Nobody's in here, obviously. But I might as well take a look around and see where people are at. Anybody in the church? There's nobody in the church. They are all in Mayor Edgar's place. Hello. Oh, for the love of, what are you doing, Paul? Stop out of it, man. What kind of miner are you? I can't stop this. Make it stop. Just go away. Leave me here to curl up and die as I please. That's your problem. You are still outside. I'm kind of surprised at that. It wasn't monsters, but soldiers from the castle that attacked us. Why would they do that? Did we forget to pay our taxes or something? You're not a Yoshi. You're wearing green, but you're not a Yoshi. Either way, Mr. Adol, that was super awesome. You cut through those soldiers like knife through cheese. With you here, we got nothing to be afraid of. A knife through cheese. That's definitely a way of saying that a sword is strong. Looks like the soldiers from the castle invaded the town. But why? Why would Count McGuire attack Redmount? What good will that do him? I don't get it. How could he have authorized this? Yeah, it's a good thing you're not working for him, right? Are you okay at all? Gardner was really badly wounded. He needs to take it easy for a while so he can recover. I saw Bergaster when he told everyone to take shelter in the church. Who would have ever thought that the soldiers of Valestine Castle would come attacking? As if the violent altercations in the quarries for its closure weren't bad enough. You owe you a debt of extreme gratitude, Adol. Give me money. It's amazing the damage wasn't worse given their numbers. What in the world were those soldiers anyway? I only got a quick glimpse of the attacking forces when we were trying to hide. It was strange, it didn't look like anyone was leading them. I heard they were originally all mercenaries hired by the Count. Definitely, him down there, definitely probably glad he didn't join mercenaries now. But why does he need so many of them? I mean, if there are soldiers that acting like they're on wooden strings, as Father Pierre put it, they definitely, yeah, they're definitely not being led by anybody. Young blonde girl left the town not too long ago. She looked rather distracted, but cute, definitely cute. Anyway, I need to get out of here so I can collect more Ravel, but that Gardner fellow wants to keep me in. Can't blame him, I suppose, that with the monsters invading the land. Oh, I hate Felghana so much right now. Yeah. Gardner got himself wounded pretty badly. I can't believe this is happening. If we get attacked again, there's no way we'll make it through in one piece. There'll be casualties for sure. Singapore, Ellen, and all the other villagers without combat training, they wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah. We have to do everything in our power to prevent them from ever coming to pass. Eventuality from ever coming to pass. Blah. Our course is clear. Speak clearly. Alright, too bad I have bought pretty much everything that you offer, aside from the Gatal elixirs and the spear necklace.
Welcome.
I will eventually be able to afford those. Let me buy these.
I'm sorry, but don't be a stranger.
Alright. Saw you take down those soldiers. That must be some nice swordsmanship, I must say. I figure out what's going on through the 6 skulls of those Valentine folks. So when troubles with what the Lord of the Land's selling, ain't much choice to buy your share, you know? The kind of taxes he's been forcing on us is obvious. No one can possibly talk any sense into him or his men. But man, if they ever show their faces here again, I'll give them the first-hand look at my hammer technique. Real close-up. Yeah, you might not have combat training, but you definitely could probably swing that hammer pretty good. So you rescued Elena, did you? For a moment, anyway. She's always been there to help whenever my strength failed me. Thank you very much for what you've done. You're truly a fine young man, Adol, Kristen. Yeah, a fine young man that is going to head over to Valestine Castle. That's the Elburn Mound. Valestine Castle. There we go. The gate is open, and there are people outside. I saw it. A fog started pouring out of the clock tower, and everyone it touched got changed. It's like all the life got sucked out of them, and they started going nuts.
You're that traveling swordsman.
Adol asked if anyone in the vicinity had seen Elena.
No, I'm sorry. The soldiers and the other maids, they just attacked us. I was so scared. I didn't know what was going on, so I ran as hard and fast as I could, and I found myself here. What happened to everyone? Milady! Excuse me. I know this is presumptuous, but I have a favor to ask of you. The Count, Countess, and children are still missing, meaning they're still inside that hellish place. Would you be willing and able to search for them? I just want to know that they're alive and unharmed.
I was kind of surprised they didn't give me an option for that. They kind of just said, yeah, you do it. You're not actually planning on going in there, are you? All the castle's booby traps have been activated and the corridors are full of soldiers and maid zombies. Okay, I don't care how good of a swordsman you are. It's suicide. Trust me, just turn back right now. consider myself a brave man, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not going back in there ever again if I could help it. Well, we're gonna head in there. Next time on Azure Plays More Easy over in Felghana, we have a lot of people to save and a calamity to stop at the same time. So let's head into the castle and get through all the booby traps. See you all then.